Okay. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Leadership Speakers Summit and Gift Giveaway. I'm Sharon Frame, the founder of the annual Leadership Empowerment Cruise and the host, of course, of this wonderful event that I know that those of you who are signed up are just excited to be a part of. And tonight we're hoping that we will expand the family band and get you aboard as well. It is such a pleasure to have you as our guest tonight. And my hope is that something that will be said tonight will edify, uplift, inspire, empower, and even challenge you to learn how to live a life that's more fulfilling with joy and happiness and gratitude and significance. And you can hopefully use your God-given talents to improve the world as we live and journey on this planet. Our theme this year for the Leadership Empowerment Cruise is Be True to You and Change the World. And we have some fantastic speakers that I'll be introducing to you in just a few minutes for our Leadership Speakers Summit. That's why we're here. The Leadership Speakers Summit and Gift Giveaway. We're so excited about that opportunity to bless you in any way we can. And each of our speakers will have a very special gift for you to help you reach your full potential in your health, your wealth, your business, or your personal life, your happiness, starting now. You know, someone said the acronym for now, or now is an acronym for no opportunity wasted. So we don't want to waste an opportunity, whether it's to hop aboard the Leadership Cruise and expand your horizon and just connect and network and meet some wonderful ladies who are all about synergistic thinking. Whatever it is, make sure you remember the acronym NOW, no opportunity wasted. We'll also have a very special gift for you, a very, very special gift for those who are yet, thinking about going on the cruise. You're right there on the cusp, on the fence. And you're probably thinking, well, I really want to go, but I don't know how to get the money together or to register just yet. We've got a great incentive for you to make sure you jump on board and not miss this boat. So our leadership speakers tonight are all guests of our cruise this year, 2016, and they include Jules Muller. Jules is on with us. Hi, Jules.
Hello. Good to see you.
Debbie Montgomery. Hi, Deb.
Hi, Sharon.
And Melissa Augusto is going to be joining us a little later on, as well as Dr. Lee Lewis. And two of our speakers will not be able to make it on the call. They are Sonia Booker, as well as Regina Mitson-Bates, and we will talk with them, or at least talk about the programs. I will introduce all of our speakers in greater detail a little later on. I'm asking and inviting you to tweet a bit of information that you feel that is relevant to your life, that is self-developing. Go ahead and use the Twitter and the Facebook page and all the platforms. Spread the word about how you can be true to yourself and change the world. We're also asking you to please engage in the Facebook live stream. I used it. A number of people on board have already used it, and it's so much fun. So I was hoping that I can go ahead and do that as well. So I might set mine up and go ahead and do it while I'm chatting and do some multitasking. So we see Carolyn, I believe Jane. Was it Jane who else is on? There are a couple of people who are on, and we're waiting for others to jump on board. We'll be here for an hour, probably 45 minutes to an hour. Again, encourage, uplift, and edify you. I wanted to start off, ladies, by just giving a quick little background on the Leadership Cruise and the history. You know, I gathered a few of my friends back in 2014 to kind of step away from the business life and to rest, to relax, and just simply rejuvenate and collaborate with other like-minded women and simply have fun. Because Jules and Debbie, you guys know, my motto is if you're not having fun, don't invite me to the party. Also, I wanted to create a space for leisure and learning, and we offer workshops and seminars on business and personal development, health, and wealth building. This is a life-changing experience, as you will hear from some people on this call tonight. And some women are making great business building contacts, and they have over the course of the last 3 years since we've been doing the Leadership Cruise. And they've been making some lasting memories too. So we're having the leisure and we're having the learning. And this year we want you to come and join us and to make some memories of your own. Why? Because you deserve it. You deserve to push away from the hub of the busyness of what you're doing and just let your hair down if you've got hair. For me, it's just a matter of just letting my anxiety just release and reset my clock to find my internal structure that keeps me balanced and growing in the right way. Now, this year, it's a 5-day relaxing seminar at sea on the Carnival cruise ship, November 12th through the 17th, Saturday through Thursday. And we'll have fantastic ports of call in Jamaica and the Grand Cayman Islands. We are so looking forward to that. So, without further ado, I want us now to go ahead and introduce our speakers because we are about to have some amazing conversations. So let's just, first of all, bring back our speakers that are right now currently on the line with us. And Jules Muller is an internet marketing strategist. I'll just do a quick little summary of the expert and the wealth that speakers on this panel will be talking about and what they bring to the table. Jules Muller is the founder and CEO of Chicks Connect. It is a growing mastermind support group that stretches across parts of this country. And supporting women in business is her passion, helping others reach their dreams. That is a huge passion for Jules. She has spent over a decade as an entrepreneur, and she launched Peace of Mind organizing firm back in 2004, where she worked with clients organizing and creating systems for productivity in homes. So you our hands full, right? 3 guys. That's a lot of stamina, right, Jules? And Chicks Connect, she and her family have been traveling the United States in a home. Get that. I can't wait to have this deeper conversation with Jules. I can't wait for you to get to know her on a deeper level. That has been what they have been doing for the last 4 years, sharing the Chicks Connect movement. And you can find her books on Amazon and connect with her on social media. Again, welcome, Jules.
Thank you so much, Sharon. And thank you to all of you that are here with us. And it's just so exciting to be part of this leadership cruise. I'm really looking forward to meeting you in person, to meeting the other speakers, and to really just playing with all the participants. So as you mentioned, my background as an entrepreneur started as a professional organizer. And I know that the majority of the authors, speakers, coaches, entrepreneurs want to get their message out to the world and make a huge impact by providing massive value. But sometimes they don't know how to do it. They don't have the tools, the resources. They don't know how to organize all their thoughts and all the value that they do have in order to disperse that information in the form of social media posts, blog posts, newsletter articles, article writing. And so I really want to help the members of the cruise this year to do a couple of things. And I'll just do a quick screen share and show you what I'm talking about.
Okay.
So let me know if you can see that.
Yeah, we can see it.
Okay, perfect. So what you'll learn from me on the cruise are the 5 questions to ask when creating a content strategy. You, those of you that will be at my workshop, you will create a yearly theme that's unique to you and your business. So each month you'll be able to develop a different theme and you'll be able to disseminate that information to make the biggest impact for your audience, or your tribe is what I like to call it. And then you'll have the tools and resources to get started right away. So a lot of times the reason we don't start is because we don't know what to use. We don't know what makes the most sense. So we'll talk about all of that. And my real gift that I'm going to be able to give to all of you during these 5 days is really the gift of organization. And I know that doesn't sound fun or sexy, but I'm going to help you streamline your message so that you can have even more time to be fun and sexy and make a huge impact on all the people that are going to be followers of you or that currently are followers of you.
And I promise you, I know whatever you do, darling, it's going to turn out sexy. Yes, the message is going to be spoken to so many people. We have conferred, we have talked on a number of levels. One thing that I think is huge is when women from the corporate world, so to speak, and getting to the entrepreneurial sphere. Initially, it's very exciting because you feel like, oh, I'm going to be my own boss and I'm going to run my own rock with my message because my message is relevant to improve the world, to tilt the planet towards kindness and goodness and happiness and synergistic thinking in collaborative ways. That's how women think, basically, you know? And so, but there are obstacles along the way. It hits to eventually, you got a business to run and you've got to balance that checkbook. So are those some of the pitfalls that everybody seems to encounter, especially moving from that corporate level right into entrepreneurship?
Yes, everything you just mentioned, as well as how much do I charge? You know, something as simple as that. If you don't have a specific product, but you're selling yourself, sometimes women will sell themselves short. And so we talk a lot about, you know, what is it that your impact is going to make? How can you monetize that? And how can you form strategic alliances and joint ventures with other people so that you're bringing in multiple income streams? It doesn't all have to come from you. And you don't have to be the one to create all the content. There's ways to collaborate and to build off one another. And that's what we really do at Chicks Connect, is learn how to collaborate, hold one another accountable, and really take action to moving toward the next step in our life and business.
I love it because that word will be echoing a little later on when we bring Dr. Lee Lewis on. She is on the call, and Dr. Lee is all about collaboration. In fact, she has couched this as the year of collaborations. So let's go back a little bit because most people are intrigued when I say, hey, Jules is on the road. She's operating out of a motorhome. She's been living with her family out of a motorhome for 4 years. Why did you come, or how did you come to that decision? How did your family take it? And why do you do that?
Well, Chicks Connect is about 5 years old, and about 4 years ago we hit the road. And I wasn't planning on creating Chicks Connect. I say it was a download. It was, I was open to receiving, but I did not have any room in my schedule for one more thing. So I was really surprised when the download came that I was to create this organization called Chicks Connect. And at the time it didn't have that name, but I think, God has a different plan for us sometimes than what we think we're supposed to be doing. And I was at a real transitional point in my life where I was willing to listen. I was willing to get out of my own way and let him guide me as to what I was supposed to do. And it really enabled me to create something that I believe I was meant to create. So with that said, and without the energy, time, or resources to do it, I had to believe even more and have even more faith. But the women were showing up and they were wanting more. And so I was still listening and reevaluating and wondering, how can I leave the current work situation that I'm in so that I can dedicate 100% of my time to this movement? And along with that was, I want to meet these women face to face. I want them to feel my heart. I want to hug them. I want them to know how truly dedicated I am to them and their success in life and business. And my family said, great, let's do it. And so we got a motorhome and we sold everything that we had left, and we started touring the U.S. And I didn't want to fly from place to place and leave my family at home. My kids were 10 years old. I have twin boys. And so I wanted them with me. And right now, it's like I had to kick them out for this particular recording because I didn't want any loud noises. But I can see, we homeschool our kiddos. And so one of my sons sits right there. The other one is just right over there. And my husband does his work over there. And, we're within visual eyesight and arm's reach away. And wow. This works for our family, and we've been able to really make an adventure of it as well. So we're living our life, we're learning and growing ourselves, and alongside we're supporting these women in taking the necessary steps to improve their life as well.
Well, I can't wait to hear the expanded version of your testimony and your strategy and how you're going to help empower women on the Leadership Empowerment Cruise, because you come with such wealth. I really appreciate your openness and the fact that one thing you said I think was pivotal was getting out of your way. And a lot of women don't realize that we're standing sometimes in our own way. And we feel as if we have to do everything ourselves, or we can't afford not to do it ourselves. And sometimes it's the opposite, right? So I can't have that deeper conversation, as well as another thing that you will be talking about, doing our roundtable. And we will have a roundtable specifically dealing with this year's theme, Be True to You and Change the World. And the roundtable is all about how can we, from your perspective, make sure that we do make that pivot properly from the entrepreneurial, from the corporate level to the entrepreneurial world without losing our minds.
Right. Well, and some women don't know yet what they really are, because they've been so wrapped up in what everyone else wants them to be. They've been mothers or, daughters and sisters and wives, and they've been caring for everyone else, that when they really have a moment to think about what they might want, they don't even know. We practice an activity in Chicks Connect called the Ask, A-S-K. It's asking for what you need in your personal life as well as your business life. And they've been trained to ask for what they need in their business life, so they don't find that too hard. But when it comes to that personal thing, they don't even know where to go. They're like, I haven't even thought of that for so long. And so it's really, but what's been really beautiful is to watch them become experts in asking for what they really want and need for both business and personal, and watching those things come to life, and other women wanting to support, because that's what we all do. We want to solve help them and get them what they need, and help them move forward. And so when we can articulate what it is we really want and need, then others will come and help and collaborate and support. And that's truly what we're all here to do. It feels so good.
Absolutely lovely. So I know we've got Dr. Leon, and did we lose Deb? Deborah Montgomery? I don't see a picture up, and I was about to introduce Deb.
I'm here.
Oh, you are? Well, there you are. So go ahead and introduce Deborah Montgomery Johnson. She is one of our speakers as well, and she's on the summit tonight with us. Deborah Montgomery Johnson, as some people call her Debbie, her close friends, is a woman on a mission. Yes, in her book, The Woman Behind the Smile, she shares her personal experience with a love that turned into betrayal and financial disaster to the tune of almost $1 million. Wow. Can't wait to get into the nitty gritty and the nuts and bolts of that. Now, Debbie removes the mask of shame and shows others how to do the same. Many of us have something, Debbie said, something that we're hiding, something that we are ashamed of, something that through no fault of our own or through our own making, something that we keep hidden, and that in turn keeps us hidden from the world and from each other. So Debbie is just like you. She's just like me, with life's scrapes and war wounds, but now she wears her stripes like a badge of honor on her mission to live an authentic, joyful life as the woman with the smile rather than behind it. Welcome, Debbie.
Thanks, Sharon. I'm so excited to be here.
It's so good to have you, and you have such a powerful story. Tell us a little bit about the woman behind the smile.
Well, it's interesting. I love listening to what Jules had to say, and if I weren't speaking, I would definitely be in her classes, because I've gone through the transitions of what she was talking about in the last 6 years. 6 years ago in April, my husband passed away suddenly, and that kind of threw me into a situation where I had to run a company. I had to work my own job, but I was going through what Jules was saying. I didn't know who I was. I had been a mom for 20 years. I had been a daughter, a wife. I didn't know who I was other than the woman playing those roles. And one of Lou's friends actually came up to me after the funeral and said, "So Deb, what are you going to do for your life now?" And I looked at him, I'm like, I don't know. I really didn't know who I was out of those roles. And it took me some time to figure out, am I going to be the businesswoman who needs to run her company, her husband's company now? Or am I going to be someone that's going to hide under a rock? I've never been that kind of a person, but I didn't know where to go at that point. And it took me quite a while. to figure that out. But I had great help. I had great resources. I had customers that Lou had worked with for years. I had vendors that helped me out. And I knew how to use my resources, and I knew who to call. And that was the key to moving on to my new life and my new normal. I've just read a book called 90 Minutes in Heaven, and it talks about the new normal. Well, my new normal was trying to figure out who I was going to be. And I did that by running Lou's company for a while, but realizing that that wasn't my passion. Our company is called benfotiamine.net, and we manufacture a vitamin supplement for diabetics that have neuropathy. And it's a fabulous company. It's a fabulous vitamin. But it was Lou's passion. He had diabetes, he had neuropathy, he had those problems, and I got thrown into running it. So I had a passion for keeping his legacy going, but I wasn't quite sure how it was going to be my passion. And one day in speaker training for Women's Prosperity Network, I was talking to someone, and we were yakking about online dating. Well, of course, I'd been married for almost 26 years, and I didn't like dating when I was 16, and I certainly didn't want to start dating when I was 52, but my friend said, Deb, you have to jump into something other than work. You have to get a life.
Yeah, and when we're in that area, whether we're divorced or still single at 50, we're so consumed with work, we forget that there's another angle to life. You know.
Well, absolutely. And I was working as soon as Lou died, I was working my day job from 6 until about 1 or 2 in the afternoon. And then I would come home and I would work the company until after midnight, because I didn't like going to sleep at night by myself. It was the first time in 26 years I'd been by myself, and I didn't like being in bed alone like that. And so my friend said, date. I said, I don't want to date. They said, try online dating. I'm like, well, I guess I could do that. I'm always on the computer because of my company. So I did that. I kind of tipped my toe into online dating, and I kind of stalked to see what was out there, and I wasn't terribly impressed. But I kept up with it, and I put a great profile out there and tried to make myself look as perfect as possible, considering I was coming with 4 kids and 3 dogs and company and all this. Speaking of my husband, you're on live there, honey.
I know him because I've heard a lot about him.
That's my new husband. But anyway, I did that. I jumped into online dating, and I met a wonderful man, and I had a 2-year relationship. And through that relationship, it was almost like therapy for me, because I could write down to him how I felt about Lou dying and about being a wife for 26 years. It was the greatest therapy. It was wonderful.
Let me stop you this, because sometimes, of course, women are vulnerable and in that weak spot, and therefore they are more open to things that ordinarily, when you are using commonsensical thinking, you would see the red flags where there is danger. But when you're in a vulnerable spot, and a lot of women find themselves in that, and I know we'll be talking about that on the cruise, but without giving everything away, because I know your story is so deep and wonderful, tell us about, just feeling you think you got into that space of trouble.
Well, I'm writing about it now again. Actually what I did throughout that whole thing was I kept a journal of it. And so now I'm going back and I'm looking at it from a little more objective point of view. And I think what happened is I was just so willing to help. I've always been so willing to help, and I've always been so honest with people, and I really expected that back.
Yes.
I didn't expect someone to not be transparent.
Right. And Jules can speak to this, because we're talking about women. We are either by nurture or nature, we are nurturers. We are always willing to give and to help and to collaborate. And that strong suit, given the wrong environment, can be a weak suit if we're not careful.
Well, and I was trained in the military. I was an intelligence officer. I had this great background, so I should have known if anybody should have known.
What else? Yes.
Your heart leads your head in that situation. And, I don't know that there's anything anybody could have said to me to change my mind about what I was doing when I was in the middle of it, because it was so real to me. And
so talking to us on the cruise about what exactly happened, how you basically set yourself up for failure in that regard, but now how that failure has become a success story, and how you're using that as a weapon to help other women be very careful and vigilant when it comes to relationship, online dating. And if you would speak really specifically, rather succinctly, about the mask as you talk about the woman behind that smile.
Well, I came up with that a year ago because I just feel like my whole life, not just the online dating thing, but some things that happened during my marriage that we'll talk about. I just feel like I wanted to have that perfect persona to the world, and I just put the smile on, and everything was fine. You know, and there are a lot of acronyms for fine.
Yes.
But I just feel like I was trained that way. My mom was like that, and I just thought that was the right thing to do. I didn't want any disparaging remarks about the family for things that had happened, and I just wanted people to think that everything was great.
Yeah, it was.
For the most part, it was, but there were times when I didn't like contention, and I just wanted things to be right. And so I put on that smile, and what I found is that was masking your true feelings sometimes.
Yes.
You aren't allowed to move forward.
Mm-hmm.
And I was holding myself back from being the honest, true person that I really am, because I didn't want people to know about some of the foibles I had made, some of the failures that I had.
Mm-hmm.
But when I started to talk about it, I realized I saw all these women bobbing their heads up, acknowledging what I was saying, going, gosh, you know, I'm going through that same thing too. But you never want to talk about it because you don't want to look weak.
But when you discover that so many other women have gone that route, are going through it, and it empowers you to empower them. That is a beautiful of that connection that we've got. So many people run around with masks, yes, and they're smiling, but they're crying on the inside, smiling on the outside. And so thank you so much for being open and honest and vulnerable and strong to tell your story, not just verbally, but put it in a book, and now giving yourself the opportunity to meet other women as you step out and become a speaker and herald the cause. And yes, your speech topic on the cruise will be how to stand in your power after surviving $1 million scam. That is so awesome. And beyond the scam, just how to stand in your power as women. So we're so looking forward to that, Debbie. I'm really looking forward to that.
I'm so excited.
But let's bring up, I think Melissa is on the phone. Is she with us? Melissa Augusto is another one.
Good evening. Good evening.
Hey, Melissa, how are you, darling?
I'm here. I'm well. Thank you so much. Bienvenidas.
We're hello. Oh, we've got a picture of you so our viewers can know exactly what you look. Let's move to Florida, and you're living out of boxes, and you don't have the internet just yet, so you're on the phone line, or you might be housed in, you know, like one of the eateries in town, and the internet service not working there. Beautiful.
I am embracing the chaos in my life right now, and just enjoying the simple things in life. No complaints, keeping it positive. I'm so excited to be on this call with you ladies this evening. Welcome to all of you who have tuned in this evening, and thank you so much for taking the time away from the dinner table and the homework and the husbands and the kiddos to join us. I'm so excited and honored to be speaking at this wonderful Leadership Empowerment Cruise coming up in November. I can't wait. It's right around the corner. At some point, it seems so far away. Where does the time go? I am your cultural connector. I am Latina, and Sharon has asked me to join you and connect you culturally.
Melissa, I had an introduction if you want, but you're doing such a fabulous job. If you want to go right on talking,
Thank you. Thank you, Sharon. I'm so excited. You and I have been gearing up for this for so long, but go ahead, give my introduction.
Right in there, darling. I love it. That's just so much fire. Is that caliente in Spanish? Fire?
It is caliente. Yes, it's hot. That's how we'll be on the cruise. Caliente, and according to Jules, will be sexy, and according to Debbie, the mask will be off. I love it. There's freedom.
So excited about this. So Melissa is a former military wife and mom who learned the value of relationship building, researching and negotiating through her experiences of moving frequently while supporting her husband and family during various tours of duty. Her unique skill set, coupled with her broad exposure to various cultures and being fluent in Spanish, affords her the opportunity and the ability to identify with a broad range of people from various backgrounds backgrounds and can be directly attributed to her success. She is described as a natural-born people person and a servant leader with a unique ability to help bridge the divide as a cultural connector. So Melissa is our cultural connector, and it's such a pleasure and an honor to have you be a part of what we're doing on the LeadHership Cruise. Thank you for being a part of the summit, and we just want people to be exposed to who you are and what you bring to the table, because in our society where there's so many different and diverse, wonderful cultures, how we can become, yes, that melting pot again, and make sure that we feel comfortable, and how we can better do business or better develop strong relationships with people who don't look like us. So go have at it, darling.
Yeah, it's a challenge for sure as a former military wife. And, I can relate to what Debbie was saying. We've moved so many times. I've had to reinvent myself so many times. Then the nest went empty. And, we live as women vicariously through these titles of mom and wife, and 20, 25 years goes by, and now we're middle-aged, and we look back and we say, well, who am I, and what do I want to do when I grow up? So yes. I ventured out, a brand new city, moved to Atlanta. My husband retired from the military, and I was like, God, what do I do with myself? I went through this season of depression, not knowing who I was. I was blessed by an opportunity to go to a women's conference at my church in Atlanta, and the Lord spoke to me and said, the identity crisis is over. Many times as women, and I love this call because due to my current situation, I can't see you ladies, but I can hear you. And when I hear you and I hear your stories, I hear your heart. I hear the pain, the brokenness, but I hear the return from the ashes, and that we come back better and stronger. And the beauty of not being able to see each other is speaking to me into what my role is, which is to connect culturally, which is a very difficult thing to do. It's very intimidating. But when you've got to do what you've got to do as women, we have that gift and that ability to rise up. So I hear voices, and I know what you all look like, but those of you on the other side, our guests, I don't know what you look like, but yet as women, we can all connect, because at the end of the day, what we want is to be accepted. We want to be heard. And we want to be effective. We want to do what's right by our family members. And we want to be our sister's keeper. And that's the beauty of culturally connecting.
And when we have a deeper conversation on the cruise about culture connection, it is important for us, and I know that you'll touch on how indeed the level of anxiety might be present when you walk into a room, whether it be a networking event or on the job, or just moving into a neighborhood when it seems as though your mind is telling you nobody wants you, nobody likes you, nobody knows you, how we've got to be proactive and step into that uncomfortable space, because there's so much love that we can give in order to get the love we're looking for. I really believe strongly in the scripture that talks about you've got to give. Whatever it is you desire, give that. And it comes back to you in torrents, in multiplicity fashion, not just in addition, but in multiplied in various and sundry ways. So I'm really excited, especially in light of a culture of our culture now in America. There's so much divisiveness and so many opportunities for us to latch on to how we're different. Here we have an opportunity as we create the space for women to say there's so many things that make us so similar, that we're not as different as we think we are. When you pass,
that is true.
Or that you're from this country, or I'm from this country, or I'm a darker shade of this color, that we've got so many things in common to celebrate. And I think what you bring to the table will be so tremendous. I'm looking forward to having that conversation with you on the cruise. So again, thank you for being a part of the 2016 Leadership Empowerment Cruise. Hang in there. We're going to ask you a few later on. Jules, if you'll put up for us some information from our website so people know where to go. If you want some information on how to be a part of the cruise, the 2016 cruise, you go to the website at SharonFrameSpeaks.com, and you can find the information, how to register, as well as how to get more information on what you can expect. And boy, do we have a lot of fun that we've got planned for you. I was looking for just a rundown of some of the things, of course, that you can expect on the cruise, which, you know, lots of great excursions, all sorts of great information. If you've ever been on a cruise, this is one that's like none other. Okay, so this year we're going to the Grand Cayman Islands and Ocho Rios. We're going to be mixing business and pleasure on the high seas of success. Fun excursions, exciting ports of call, island tours, duty-free shopping for all the ladies who want to shop till they drop, right? All you can eat on board your cruise ship, including 24-hour room service if you so desire, nightly theater shows, ballroom dancing, karaoke. We had so much fun last year, and we'll show you some of the pictures a little later on. We had a bunch of us ladies got together, and every night we'll go karaoke together. So it was so much fun bonding and making friends. Relaxing spas, poolside lounging, balmy beach strolls, award-winning speakers and best-selling authors, and you're hearing from some of our speakers for this year tonight. Power-packed business and self-development seminars, and memorable moments that you hold on dear for a lifetime. So these are some of the pictures we're showing you where we went last year and 2 years before in 2014, 2015, and 2013, and I think we started out. So we were in the Grand Turks last year. We were in Puerto Rico. This year we're going to Jamaica and the Grand Cayman Islands. You know, we've got formal dining with a captain so we could dress up and just be lovely. Last year we had families. We had a bunch of folks from California with their little ones, and their husbands. So don't think that we don't like women. We don't like men. We love men. So if you've got a gentleman in your life who wants to be a part of this, please invite them. We've got some pictures of some of the workshops, and there you have it. So also, we also have some testimonials from folks who've gone on the cruise with us before. We'll try to pull those up a little later on and see if we can play those so you can have some firsthand testimony. On the phone and on the Zoom summit with us tonight as well is Dr. Lee Lewis. And I believe she is up and ready to chat. Hello, Dr. Lewis. Are you there? Welcome.
Here.
There. Well, there you are. We were having a little bit of a challenge getting your beautiful picture up, and there you are. Now, let me just read a couple of nuggets about you. Dr. Lewis is the founder, CEO, and publisher of Women of Wealth magazine, and we've got a picture of that magazine to show you. WOW magazine is a multicultural, nationwide, full-color magazine that operates with leadership and diversity in the forefront, okay? Dr. Lee Lewis is an international speaker and ordained minister and has traveled around the world extensively, expanding the WOW revolution, the WOW movement. Dr. Lewis has also practiced law for 20 years, and she is the author of 2 books, In the Eye of the Storm and Conversations with Wealthy Women. She's also the founder of WOW Global Power Summits, collaborating with women around the world. And Dr. Lewis, we've heard that word many times mentioned during the course of our conversation, collaboration. The thing that you are big on and you'll be talking about on the cruise is this year of collaboration and how to build an empire based on collaborative efforts, getting together with other women and moving yourself and moving others as you move along, which is pivotal in what you talk about. So welcome to the summit, and please give us a sense of why collaboration is so pivotal, especially this year as we talk more about it.
Well, first, thank you, Sharon, for inviting me. I am so excited. I do love cruises. So. You do not have to twist my arm when you say, let's go on a cruise. I am ready.
Absolutely great.
So, and I was so pleased when you allowed me to talk about this power word called collaboration. And I go so far as to tell you that it is the new currency for women. It's actually,
you say?
The new currency of women.
The new currency.
August 24th, the anniversary of the patent of the iron.
Can you hear?
Hi, Allison. Welcome. If you can, oh, she just muted herself. Okay, keep talking, Doctor, and you'll pop back up.
Okay. Well,
so collaboration is the new currency for women.
Yes, it's a new currency for women. And what I mean by that, if you can attach yourself, your brand, to another organization, And as they move upward, you can move upward with them. And instead of you spending money for the whole event or the whole, whatever you're doing, you can share that.
Yes.
With nonprofits, and it works very well with nonprofits because what happens then, they're able to get discounts that you won't get as a for-profit brand.
Yes.
So when you kind of share with that, they can come in and do some of the heavy lifting for you.
Mm-hmm. That's good. I think Jules mentioned that. We were talking actually earlier about the whole collaborative effort, and we're stronger together for one thing, right?
Yes, stronger together.
There is no real room for lone rangers, or the lone wolf, as they call it, because you can't get as far by yourself. Mm-hmm. If you want to go far, you can run by yourself for a while. But if you want to make a difference, the whole idea of collaboration is so very key. So tell us, how did you get to that point? What led you personally on your personal journey to understand the need and the wealth of collaboration?
Well, Sharon, oftentimes what happens with women, we're so afraid of competition, so that we try not to connect ourselves to anyone. We would really like to go it alone because we're so afraid that someone is going to steal our idea and our concept, our brand. But I have learned what God has for me, it is for me.
Yes.
You cannot take it. You can jump out there and try it. I've had that to happen to me. Even so-called friends, they've jumped out there and they've tried it, then they realize this doing a magazine is no joke. And then they go back in to wherever God placed them. You really have to bloom where you are planted.
Yes.
And so they found that out. And at first, I was so concerned about competition. And then I just stopped and began to try and align myself with people that are headed in the same direction that I'm headed in.
That's good. That's a good point. Because what we find is that collaboration is far stronger than competition. Competition to me always comes from a negative space.
Exactly.
I'm comparing myself to someone, and when we compare ourselves to someone, it seems like we never win. That there's always room to say, I got to get better than someone. And if we just simmer in to our own flavor of what God has called us to do, so hold on for 1 second there, Dr. Lee. Thank you so much for being on the call with us. I just wanted to mention to our listeners, our viewers, that we've got 2 speakers who will not be on the call, but I wanted to take time to just speak about what they'll be talking about. And Jules, if you go to our website and pull up, I think it's Regina. Regina is going to be talking about be true to your health. Our theme this year is be true to you and change the world. But we can't really change the world if our health is being compromised, if we're not healthy, if we're sickly. That's going to cause a problem. So we brought Regina Mixon-Bates. Now, Regina was with us last year, did an outstanding job, and she's going to be back with us. She's a health and wellness speaker. She's come very close to death because of a life-threatening health issue herself. Now she speaks to ladies about the importance of putting your health before you push for wealth or anything else for that matter. She has written a book on that after having a heart attack while recovering from cancer. She is the CEO of the Physician Practice SOS Group, and you can see her information on the Leadership Speakers page. You can go and read about her in depth. She is known as Miss SOS to her clients and has long been in high demand across the country. So because of her close encounter with death, Regina is now using her insight and access in the healthcare area and arena to be an advocate for health and wellness of the whole body. So she is going to be talking to us about the importance of making sure that we spend time diligently making sure our health is on track, that we do not spend so much time running after this and running after that and not making sure health is extremely vital and important. So again, her topic will be true to you and change the world. Also, she's going to be giving away. This is our first time talking about our giveaways. We want to make sure everybody in the call knows that all of our speakers will be having some wonderful gift to help you embark on that road or the higher level of self-development. Even before you get on the cruise ship, we've got some great prizes for you. So Regina has written a book called Health Before Wealth. And this is note writing down. The link to her homepage, her website, is www.ppsosgroup.com. If you go to her website, and I'm not sure if Jules can pull that up as we speak, her website is www.ppsosgroup.com, and it's right there on her homepage, a little button that shows the actual link to the book. It's called Health Before Wealth, and she talks about her own personal journey on having a situation where, oh my goodness, she almost lost her life in the process of recovering from cancer. And get this is a fascinating key. She was out mowing her lawn, and because she's in the healthcare profession, she realized that she was having a heart attack and actually called the paramedics herself. So you don't want to miss that story. It is a fantabulous story. But
Sharon,
she wanted.
Can you give that to me one more time?
Certainly, it's www.ppsosgroup.com. ppsosgroup.com. And as we go to her, you will see on the lower right-hand side, so we can tell you exactly how to get that book, because it'll be crucial for your health and well-being. If you cursor down further on the right side, you will see further down, and it's probably still coming up, but it's right there on that, at least I think it was. Last time I checked, it was there. There it is. That's the book. It's called Lessons Learned in Setting a New, sometimes it's difficult to follow the cursor system, but you see, and just snag that website and go right now and snag her book. If you're having any health challenges, if you've ever encountered a situation where you felt like, oh my goodness, and even if you haven't, if you had high blood pressure, if you're not sleeping well, we need to get our sleep. We need to get 8 hours. And she'll talk a lot about all of this stuff. But that's Regina, and her book is called Health Before Wealth. It is a downloadable book, and it's a free offer for you to start getting a jump start on improving your health before you get on the cruise. The cruise is all about relaxing, rejuvenating, but here's an opportunity for you to start right now to relax and rejuvenate. And this is a special gift from our speaker, Regina Mixon Bates, and again, the website, you've got it right there. Excellent. So we are going to circle back around, and again, before I say anything else, let me just mention that the phone lines will be open. So if you have a question for one of our speakers, we've heard from 4 of our speakers so far, and 4 of the 6 that'll be with us on this Leadership Empowerment Cruise. If you have a question about health, a question about personal development, your business opportunity, as Jules talked about, as Debbie talked about the issue with taking off a mask, and Melissa talked about just being able to connect with people who look differently, you probably walk and talk differently. If you have a question, make sure that you jot it down or remember it, because in about 5 minutes or so, we're going to be opening up the phone lines for you to answer your questions. We also have a very special gift for those of you who have not signed up for the cruise yet. The prices have been going up, and they will keep rising. We don't want that to happen to you. And we're facing a hard-pressed deadline coming up soon, where I will not be able to guarantee the actual cost of the cruise. So we wanted to do something very special for you tonight, because you have graced us with your presence, and we really appreciate your time. As Melissa said, you just pushed away from the homework and pushed away from the husband and the cooking to be with us. And so we wanted to make sure it was worth your time, and also to make sure that if you're right still on that, right there on the cusp of getting on board and joining the cruise, we want to give you an incentive, a reason for you to say, yes, I'm signing up today. So now let's go back around and see what other gifts that our speakers have to give to you. to say thank you for you being here as a part of our summit and to help jumpstart your life as we continue our building relationship with you. So Jules, I know that you've got something very special for our viewers and our guests tonight. Pray tell, what do you have?
Let me try and get there real quick.
Okay.
If you go to chicksconnect.com/radio gifts. So just chicksconnect.com and then a / the little slash thing, and then put radio gifts. You will be able to receive my ebook, The Easy Way to Organize, How to Get Rid of the Mess Without the Stress.
Love it.
Also, a Chicks Connect bundle of personal and professional growth and development activities. And with the Chicks Connect membership, every week I produce a different activity on personal or professional growth. So I just chose 4 different ones that hopefully you'll find of value, and they're bundled together, and that's part of your free gift as well. And then our Chicks Connect newsletter, where we're constantly celebrating and helping the women promote their businesses, so you can take a look at that. We send those out every Thursday. So you would simply go to chicksconnect.com /radio gifts and enter your name and email, and all of those things will be delivered to you.
Wonderful, wonderful. I'm just so excited because there's just so much information that we're giving away tonight to help you improve. We're all about making sure that you are on the journey of a lifetime that you want to face. You want fulfillment. You want to live a life of significance, a life of empowerment. You want to make sure, as I say, you're tilting the planet towards goodness, towards kindness. You're tilting the planet towards synergistic thinking, collaborating with your neighbor, your friend, your sisters. And we're here as servants or servant leaders to make sure that we walk with you along the way. So thank you so much, Jules, for offering those amazing gifts. And I know that folks are going to take advantage of that. That's just a small sample of what you'll get on the cruise. Jules is chock full of great information on how you want to set up your business properly. She talked about it earlier. And before we leave, we're going to ask all of our speakers just to do a quick recap on what they will be bringing to the table and helping to empower our special guests. Now, I know Deb has something very special as well. So why don't we bring up Deb and have her give us some insight as to what she has to offer our guests who are on the line with us tonight.
Well, mine briefly, I want you to go to my website, which is www.thewomanbehindthesmile.com.
Say that again, Deb.
It's called thewomanbehindthesmile.com.
Okay.
And I have a 7 steps to stand up in your power to free download, thewomanbehindthesmile.com.
Yes.
And I want you to opt in. That gets you directly to the download, 7 steps to stand up in your power. And what I really want people to do is contact me. Contact me at Debbie, DEBBY, at thewomanbehindthesmile.com. I'd love to start a conversation with you. At some point, we will do a collaborative book for all the stories of the beautiful women out there that need to unmask, whatever they've got in their past. So, and Jules just brought it up. It's the 7 steps to stand up in your power, and contact me. I really want to connect. That's what I'm really excited about with this cruise, is connecting in person and really sharing stories and helping each other move forward.
Lovely, lovely, lovely. Excellent. Thank you so much, Deb, for reaching into your bag of wonderful gifts and imparting and sharing so much wealth. Your story is so very powerful. There's something to be said about a personal story and everyone can relate to it on certain levels, whether you have been directly impacted or you know someone who has been. And so we all can relate to it. So thank you again for what you do at the table. I really appreciate it. We've got, is Melissa still with us? I know that she's on the phone. And as we bring up Melissa, Jules, I'm going to go and turn my light on. I think my light automatically went off while we were talking. It's one of those, so now you can see me looking prettier. Can you see me now?
I can see you now.
So is Melissa online? Is she still with us?
Yes, I am here.
Yes. Are you enjoying this conversation? We hate that you're not here with your beautiful face and beautiful smile, but we appreciate.
I am enjoying it, and it's so relaxing to hear all of these great voices and stories, and I'm connecting on so many levels. I'm so excited about this cruise. I wish we were leaving this weekend.
Oh, me too. We all deserve it. Oh, that much fun though when we get together. I promise it's going to be delightful. So I know that you've got something you wanted to offer because you're in real estate as well, and I know that that's one area. One of our other speakers, who's not with us tonight, is going to be speaking a lot on real estate, and that happens to be Sonia Booker, the wealth builder. And I wanted to make that our viewers heard a little bit about Sonia, and she's going to be talking about real estate investing. It's time to use real estate as a it is time to use real estate to build your wealth. The term real wealth builder has become synonymous with Sonia Booker, an uber entrepreneur and real estate guru. Sonia is among the nation's top go-to thought leaders on wealth creation, real estate investing. She is also one of the most sought-after speakers and real estate coaches. She was with us last year, had a tremendously good time. She blessed so many of our guests. It was just amazing. So she's coming back. This Mississippi native is now, there she is. Mississippi native is now an influential stakeholder who has provoked a new and dynamic conversation around wealth building. And you want to be a part of that conversation. And she reminds us that we can build our wealth $1, one decision at a time. You don't want to miss this. So I know that, Melissa, you've got a free offering to share with our viewers as well, relative to your services in the real estate industry. So please, the floor is yours.
I do. So real estate is my platform for connecting. It's my ministry. It's how I connect with others from different cultures. Real estate is a very intimate transaction. It's a lot of emotions, a lot of psychology, and it's a beautiful way of building, connecting, and creating lifelong relationships. So I would love to offer all of our ladies that will be joining us on the cruise and committing to signing up this evening to a free 15-minute phone consultation. I want to hear your voices. I want to connect with you. I want to hear your stories. And you can reach me directly at my email, which is Victory, VICTORY, 316 at live.com, or use my phone number. You're welcome to dial me directly. I'm licensed in the states of Georgia and Florida. But real estate in general, or culturally connecting, or any other way that I could help, please feel free to reach out at 678-761-0915.
Excellent. And we're going to get a list of all of these contacts. So if anybody's interested in getting the list and you feel like you don't have time to write it down fast enough, we're going to just have a list of all the freebies. And I believe that there is a time-sensitive deadline on that offer, correct, Melissa?
Yes, it is valid through the 12th of July. So 5 days. Let's get registered.
Yes, if you want to take advantage of that opportunity to get some real deep information on specifics, practical information, if you're buying a house, selling a house, or if you happen to be a landlord, you've got some quirky situations going on, or just the fact that the market is shifting dramatically. The price of homes are going up, and so this is an opportunity for you to take advantage of this 15-minute call. In addition to that, whether it is you want to talk about cultural connection, Melissa is your go-to girl on that, so you can have that conversation as well. So thank you so much, Melissa.
Thank you.
All right, so for me, I'm all about helping people find their voice. My mission in life is to help service people and make sure that they're living a life of service and substance and joy and satisfaction, etc. And as a high performance coach, really, I'm helping individuals and businesses to achieve their personal and professional development by leading from the stage, I help people identifying their message. I really hone their message as public speakers who want to wow the crowd, who want to polish their message, whether it be a local, a personal message, one-on-one conversation with their spouse or with a boardroom, in front of a boardroom or a meeting hall, whatever it is, or even if it's your message that needs to be polished up as a keynote speaker, as a performer on stage. Those are some of the things I do. And of course, you know that I'm a former CNN anchor and I'm an award-winning speaker. So I think I've earned the right to talk about how to speak in public. And that's one of the things we'll be talking about on the cruise this year. We have a special workshop that we'll be doing called Lead from the Stage. Say that with clarity, confidence, and conviction. And we're excited to know that there are a number of people who've already signed up and are just lovely opportunity for them to be better speakers. And this year, once they go through that speaking workshop, we'll give them the opportunity to speak internationally, because we'll be speaking on international waters. So for me, I give you something that is on my website right now. It's a supplement to my book, my best-selling book, The LeadHership, Own It, Love It, Learn It, Give It, Women Redefining Wealth, Health, and Happiness. So my gift to you is an e-book, is a downloadable book on SharonFrameSpeaks.com. It is how to become the CEO of your destiny. And it is geared towards business men and women who want to be better at what they're doing, want to take their business to the next level and to become the CEO of their destiny. Also, I'd like to offer you a 15-minute consultation, free consultation, to talk about, if you are interested in becoming a speaker, how to master things like video marketing, which is so huge in marketing and promoting yourself and your business. So feel free to give me a holler at 678-602-2899, or go to my website at SharonFrameSpeaks.com, and you'll see my telephone number right at the top, the upper left-hand corner as well, and we can have that conversation. And that, as well, is time sensitive. It runs out on Tuesday. So I want you to take fast action. If you want to change your life, you got to jump in there. That's why I tell folks about the cruise. Oh, I want to go, but jump in there, ladies and gentlemen. I know we might have some gentlemen on the line. And again, last year we had a number of men taking our cruise with us, and we got a few who are interested in this year. So yes, please be sure to take advantage of that. And again, if you are right there on the cusp of coming or wanting more information on the cruise, we've got a special offer right now that we're going to put on the table for you. You go to the website, you see the price point, and we'll take $100 off of that. $100 off your cost of the cruise. And make sure you take advantage of that today, because we're coming up on a very hard, fast deadline. And for me to guarantee that, you've got to do it by Tuesday of next week. It has to be done by Tuesday of next week. So go ahead, register, put your down payment. We need at least $300 to birth that cabin now. And you put that $100 discount towards that, and we are getting into some really good, exciting times. Dr. Lee is on the phone as well, and she's got something great that she wants to give to our viewers tonight. So Dr. Lee, let's pop you back up and hear what great treasures you have to share for us and with us.
Awesome, Sharon. I'm having a wonderful time. And
hello? Can you hear us?
hello? What about now?
Yes, we can hear you. Go right ahead.
Okay, great. What I've decided to do is to give one of our participants a quarter page in our magazine, but I will put a condition on it, Sharon, and the condition is that they have to register for the cruise, and they have to do it before Tuesday to win this 1/4 page in the magazine, Women of Wealth magazine. And they can visit our website, www.womenofwealthmagazine.com. And they can contact us, whatever information they need on that. But we will be offering a quarter page in our magazine.
Let's see if we can pull that magazine up, Jules, so we can see how beautiful that magazine is. And by the way, you can pick up that magazine at any major airport across the country, correct? Am I correct about that?
It's correct. And Barnes & Noble, Books A Million, all your major bookstores.
So if we have any business people on the line and you want a quarter page in this amazing magazine, I won't even tell you what the price of that is, okay? Just know that Dr. For you, I wish I could get a quarter page.
I haven't even been able to get in my own magazine.
So sure to take advantage of the opportunity, and Dr. Lee has thrown down the gauntlet. That means you've got to register for the cruise and register for the cruise before Tuesday or by Tuesday to be eligible for this amazing offer, a quarter page in a national magazine. I won't even start to tell you how much it costs, to be in a regular magazine, much less a national magazine. So thank you, Dr. Lee, for your generosity. We really, really appreciate it. I love to honor people's time, and I know that we are about 5 minutes over, and I beg your indulgence. There might be someone on the call right now who has a question, and because I did put it out there that we were going to take the questions, if you have a question, Jules, direct me as to how we can do this relative to responding to a Q&A.
So we have a phone number. Just say, no, I don't have a question, or yes, this is my question. If this is your phone number, 678-761-0915.
That's Melissa.
That's Melissa, okay.
Melissa's cool.
Okay, then we have Carolyn. You would need to unmute yourself, Carolyn, if you have a question for us. Down in the bottom. There you go.
Yes.
I don't have a question. I just was I'm interested in the cruise. I'm still working on details.
Lovely. Well, we'd love to have a conversation with you, Carolyn, so feel free to give me a holler personally at 678-602-2899. We might have had the conversation before. I don't think so, but yeah, feel free to give me a call at 678-602-2899, and we'll be happy to have that conversation with you. Thank you for tuning in tonight. We appreciate you. I hope you've had a tremendously good time, as I have, and I hope you were able to take some nuggets away that you felt or still feel is of value.
Lots of notes.
Great, and I don't know if you all can see the Zoom group chat, but I am typing some of the notes as we go along. I didn't start that till halfway through, so I apologize. But okay, Jane, how about you? You have to unmute yourself. Do you have any questions? You're still muted, honey.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. I really enjoyed the time I've shared tonight. I do have one question that came to my mind. How do you know what you're born for? That's my question.
That would really, we need like a whole weekend to talk about it. On the cruise, we really will talk about, as Debbie alluded to, you're finding that voice, standing in your space of power. Well, I talk about finding your voice and standing in your space of power. And one of the touchstones in life is to identify what feeds your soul, what makes you happy, what brings you joy when you're helping other people. It's never about how can I accrue more money, I get a bigger house, another Lexus in the driveway. No, it's about what makes me feel so good and exhilarated at the end of the day. Your passion is linked to that. Your mission is linked to that. And we'll get a little deeper in that when we talk about finding your voice, standing in your space. Great question. Are you signed up for the cruises yet, darling? Well, this is your opportunity to do that. We're giving that $100 discount off, so feel free to go ahead and us and do that, because not only will we talk about that, we'll get some really great pointers from Jules on how to start forging that business plan, and then Melissa will tell you how to have those great relationships.
Okay.
We'll tell you all about making sure once you make the money, how to invest it in real estate, which is going to...
There we go.
Yes.
It's all part of the plan. Well, the other thing too is doing exactly what you just did, which is asking all the people that seem to have it figured out, or at least are pretending to have it figured out, how did they do it and how did they come to it? And gathering those stories might be a real fun research project for you, just to see how did you know? How did you know? And people love sharing their stories. So what a beautiful question. Thanks for asking that.
Absolutely, indeed.
Thank you.
All
So
right.
we're moving it on at 8:11. I thank you for your time and your indulgence, and I understand if you've got to go, I understand that. But for those who are still lingering along, it's like the after party. Yeah. We have some fun.
We have Leslie next. So Leslie, if you have a question, if you want to unmute.
Hello, Leslie?
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
I'm sorry, my computer's a little weird, so you have to look at the top of my head while I do this.
Okay.
I'm thrilled to hear about all the different speakers. I'm really excited. I just wasn't aware of not only the caliber of the women who are speaking, but the content of what they're speaking about. I'm really over the moon about this. So I don't have any questions. Actually, I do, but there are too many. I just want to say, wow.
There you are. Oh, hi, Leslie. How are you?
I'm good.
It's good to see you. We're Facebook friends, aren't we?
Yes.
Yes, good deal. Excellent. Well, we'd be more than happy offline, online, or in person to answer any questions you got. But we'd love to have you as part of our conversation on the cruise ship. Okay?
Yes.
So we can connect later on, and make sure that you register before Tuesday and get that discount is all I'm going to say to you. And you might win that quarter page ad in the magazine. Wouldn't that be cool?
Woo! All right. Miss Anna, how about you? Unmute, and then what questions do you have?
Hi, Jules. You know what, Jules? I can't say enough about you, and I want to thank you for everything you do, because you change lives, you save marriages. I remember somebody saying, what are you going to do? Hop in that little motorhome and just go out in front and say, beep, beep, I'm here. And Jules did exactly that. I remember being with you for that long, Jules. And this came to me, I wasn't sure what it was about. I knew it was a cruise that I was interested in, and I'm going to cry right now because my cousin made me come get some stuff and put it out for sale 2 days ago, and I made over $350. And the lady just messaged me and said she would send it to me if I would pull the stuff for her. So I have enough to register for that cruise, and it's something that I do myself. You inspire me so much, and you've been there for so many times when I've been up and down and a lot down, and I know Jules will bring me back to the top. And I preach Chicks Connect every day. I have it in the window here at the bar. This is my private saloon. Who wants to run a brick and mortar when you can be live and virtual? So you're making me cry right now, but I'm glad. The store was packed. I was on the phone listening. The store was packed, and I walked in the store and said, I'm not doing this. I'm going back to get on the computer to see what's important for me right now, and I'll go back to the store when it's cleared out rather than to stand there and listen to everybody's drama. I'm going to go change something for me so I don't have drama. So here I am, and I just want to say thank you for giving me your moments, because I appreciate them, and I can't wait. I've canceled before, and I can promise I won't be canceling this one. I will register, and I'm honored, and I'm excited. So yes.
All right, sweetie. Great to see you. Awesome. Awesome. And am I pronouncing, is it Laurie? Laurie, you need to unmute, sweetie, so we can hear you.
Hello, that's me. It's Lori.
Lori.
Hi, Lori.
Hi, Sharon.
Good to see you.
You too. We're getting alike, honey. We're getting more and more alike.
Yeah, a little on top than I do, but hey.
I'm excited. I'm working on it. I'm kind of working on it. Me and Leslie, we're trying to work on it so we can get on this cruise. So my intention is set that we're going to be there. I have no clue how that exactly is going to work right now, but before Tuesday, it's going to be figured out. So this was amazing. I had an amazing time. The speakers are wonderful. Jules, so nice to meet you for the first time. And Melissa and Debbie, I can't wait to hear about the smile, the mask behind the smile, because I'm smiling all the time. Just have to figure out whether everybody's supposed to see what's behind the smile or not. So we'll talk about that. Not all the time. I'm not sure. But it was fabulous. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to be connected with her leadership even more, because I think we just have a lot. We're going to have to talk. So this was just great. And I'm going to see you guys on the cruise.
Yes. That's information. Woo! All right. All right. Thank you, darling. Love the earrings.
Thanks. We need peace.
All right,
Indeed.
Laura.
Yay! Anybody else, Jules? That's on the call.
Laura next. We can't hear you, hun.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. You know what? I'm on two different. I couldn't get my mute off. Can you hear?
We hear you.
Yes.
Okay.
Darling.
Okay. Hi, Sharon.
Hi, Laura.
I'm just glad to be on the call. I just wanted to find out some more information on, the cruise. And, my heart's desire is to be there.
Yes.
So I'm just going to just say, we'll just see how it works out before now and Tuesday.
Okay.
But I'm looking forward to just hearing and seeing some more great things take place within the group and the other speakers. And it was just awesome just hearing from each of you this evening, giving me an overview on what you do and what you're about, and how I can actually be a part of that. So just looking to see what happens between now and Tuesday.
Hey, we know it's going to happen, because once we set our intention and we start sending out those vibrations that yes. Indeed, as a man thinks, so is he. As a woman thinks, so is she. We start sending out, and the universe opens up for us when we are intent on what we want to do. The universe opens. We start seeing the doors that are available. We start seeing the possibilities as opposed to the obstacles. We start looking for possibilities. So indeed, it is done, and I'm excited because we will hear from you before Tuesday.
Yay!
And I think we have a 301 number, and that might 301-575. Let's see, it's disappearing on me. Oh, 4912. Is that you?
That was me. I was on my phone. I couldn't get it unmuted.
Okay, so I may be making a mistake, so speak up if I'm making a mistake, but I think I've gone through the list of everyone.
Those who want to ask a question, excellent. Well, thank you so much for chiming in with your questions, and we hope that you've been satisfied with the answers. If you still have something that's lingering in your mind, you can call me personally at 678-602-2899. That's 678-602-2899. I encourage you to go to the website and look again at all the speakers that we've got. And definitely they will have lots of good information. It's one thing to see them on a linear platform, but when you see them in person on the stage giving so much information, then my, isn't that lovely? I just want to do a quick little circle back around in the next 2 minutes, and by way of thanking our speakers and just having them say 1 or 2 closing lines of remarks before we say good night. So we'll start with you, Jules.
Thank you. And again, thank you for being here, and all of you that are listening, thank you. Those of you that are still figuring out how to make it happen, I had a mentor, a brilliant mentor, tell me, when you have a strong enough why, you'll figure out the how. And I didn't know what that meant when he said it, but it sure has served me over the last few years when I was really scared about making all the decisions and moving forward in my new business venture. So I can't wait to meet you all. I can't wait to give you a big hug. I'm a hugger, and just help you and serve you in any way possible. Thank you. And thanks, Sharon. And I think I wrote your number wrong. Is it 678-602-2899?
That is correct.
Okay. So disregard the first number up top where I mixed them. Okay, go ahead.
If you would, for us, Jules, just remind our listeners and our viewers the gifts, the giveaways that you will be offering them. I think that's important as well. For those who came on.
Right. So if you go to Chicks Connect, ChixConnect.com/radio gifts, you will be able to download the 5 easy steps to organizing any space in your home or office. And you'll also receive 4 personal and professional growth and development activities from Chicks Connect, and also our newsletter, so you can see what that's all about. So again, ChixConnect.com/radio gifts. Thanks.
Excellent. Dr. Lee Lewis is on the line. Dr. Lee, could you give us 1 or 2 lines and then tell us how we can access that free gift? Yes. Dr. Lee Lewis, are you there?
I don't see her anymore.
We might have missed her. So Debbie is on the line as well. She's still hanging out with us. Thanks, Debbie. One last closing remark, and how can we get our free gift?
I just want to tell you, I take you from being victim to victorious, from guilty to glorious, and from angry to awesome. I'm going to show you how to remove that mask and uncover your truths and really stand up in your power. And I want to give the girls the 7 steps to stand up in your power by going to my website, www.thewomanbehindthesmile.com. And you can download that for free. Get onto my website there, and I'll send you out my emails when we start getting them out. So I'm just really looking forward to seeing everybody. Like Jules, I'm a hugger, so I think we're going to have a great time on the high seas.
We're going to have a hug fest because I'm a hugger too. I'm a kisser, cheek kiss. We're just going to have a lot of love going around. It's going to be
Sharon.
Okay, for sure. The love boat. Hug boat. All right, excellent. Thank you so much, Debbie. And Melissa, darling, are you still on the phone?
I am here, and I am ready for lots of love and lots of hugs to receive, to give. I'm so excited. Ladies, thank you so much for your time, your stories, your heart this evening. One thing that I challenge myself with every day is I look in the mirror and I ask myself, this is my favorite quote, if not you, who? If not now, when? We all have something to offer. You're all beautiful. Your smiles, your laughter alone is the beginning, and we all have something to offer. We are each other's solutions to our problems, to our questions, to our needs. It's time to connect. Register today. Call me 678-761-0915 or email me at victory316@live.com. I love you all, and I thank you so much for your time this evening.
Thank you, Melissa. We're so looking forward to what you have to bring to the conversation at the 2016 Leadership Empowerment Cruise. Also wanted to mention, on behalf of Regina, who is going to be our health expert on the cruise, she has this great book that's called Health Before Wealth. She's offering it on her website, and the website is ppsosgroup.com. That's ppsosgroup.com, and download that amazing book that I believe will help you and someone that you love. So thank you so much to Regina for that. As well, for me, you can go to my website and download my free ebook, LeadHership, Be the CEO of Your Destiny. It's based on my book, LeadHership. And the book is based on 4 anchors: ownership, relationship, scholarship, and stewardship. And we talk about those very 4 elements that are key to your success: owning, taking full, complete responsibility of your life, developing strong, healthy relationships, learning, constant learning. And that's what the cruise offers, an opportunity for you to learn and to have leisure learning, opportunity for you to develop healthy relationships, develop strong bond with women who are like-minded and women who can feed and seed into you. And owning your space, taking control, get at the helm of your life and become the captain of your ship again. And lastly is stewardship, giving back. And every year, the Leadership Empowerment Cruise gives back to a nonprofit, a group, an organization that is female-based. It's helping women who are struggling get themselves up by their own bootstraps, but also with the help of the sisterhood. So we're connecting with women who might not be able to make it this year, but we are going to send them something, some love, and by way of funds to help their project go along. So I want to thank you already in advance for helping us with that. And lastly, if you go ahead, since you want to, and since you will register, go to SharonFrameSpeaks.com or LeadHershipCruise.com. Register before Tuesday or before midnight on Tuesday, and you get that $100 discount. And as I close, I want to repeat a quote that I love so often. Well, there are two quotes, some of my favorites. And one is, is that without progress always involves risk. Progress always involves risk. You can't steal second base and keep your foot on first. You can't steal second base and keep your foot on first. And sometimes moving towards second base, it's uncertain. You're not quite sure if you'll make it. You're not quite sure if you'll be out of the game. But you don't know until you try. So when we step out, jump into the water, we'll learn how to swim. We will learn how to pivot onto something greater if we just take a chance on ourselves. Take the calculated risk. And in my book, I talk a lot about it, particularly the book Wired to Win, how I had to take risks after risks. But it was so exciting to know that as I took the risk, it stretched me in all sorts of wonderful ways. It showed me how greater I was. And I didn't realize that until I stepped out on faith. And God said, but you can do it. It's already in you. Whatever the stuff that you need, you're looking outside for it, it's within you. So whatever you need to do to get on the ship, I say go ahead and do it. And lastly, one of my favorite quotes, it says that life is an opportunity. Life is an opportunity. It's also a responsibility. And it offers us the opportunity to reach out and give back by becoming more. So you're the gift that life has, that God sent to the earth. You are that gift. But you also have to know that you have an opportunity, have a responsibility, and have a privilege to give back by becoming more. On the LeadHership Cruise, we offer you the opportunity to become more, to become bigger, to become stronger, to see yourself on another level and be surrounded by like-minded women who will support and buoy you to the next level of your life. So thank you so much for being a part of the conversation. Call me at 678-602-2899 if you want encouragement, if you want clarification, or whatever it is that you need. Know that you're never alone. Never, ever alone. We've got a sisterhood here we're forming. We've started it 3 years ago. Jules has a sisterhood. Debbie's got a sisterhood. And when we come together, Dr. Lee has a sisterhood. Melissa has a sisterhood. Regina, we all have our own sisterhoods. But can you imagine if we collaboratively came together with a mass sisterhood, how much more powerful we can be? So thank you so much for your time tonight. God bless you. Good night, everybody.
Take care.